busy. I mean, I wasn't really working on anything, but I'm not sure what I did in the past month. It just went.
No problem. That happens. Life happens. So,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, anyway, I'm glad you're back on the scene.
yeah. So I was working on um, the feature that I was supposed to complete a month before. So, and the thing is that if you look at my branch, let me drop the link and just give me a minute. Mm, yeah. So
Okay.
I'm pretty much completed. I mean, I have completed the feature. I still need to write some tests. But what I noticed was that uh, an issue that, wait a second. So that is an issue which kind of deals the same, I mean, solves the same issue that I'm working on. And the strange thing is that the action that I have written is the same as what you have chosen. So it's like it coincides with what I have written, and I didn't have my code base updated. So what happened was I had no idea about it, and when I was trying to submit a pull request, I noticed that you have already written something closer to what I have done.
Uh, yeah. Let me just pull up your specific. Oops, where's that? Specific. Oh, geez. Specific PR. That is, where do I have that? There it is over here. It's called Match Resumes. Okay. Match Resumes something. What is it called? It's called Match Resumes View. Okay. Okay. Do you want to show me what you've got?
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen. Do you see my screen?
I can't see it yet. Oh, here we go. Yep. Okay.
So I added a new route.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I added, and it has a controller action called match job seekers.
Do you want me to show me what it looks like first before we go through the code, or? Yes, it looks familiar,
Okay,
right?
fine.
Yeah. So you say you've developed the same thing that I had already done, huh?
Yeah, kind of. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what the issue number 411 deals with. I'm not clear about it.
Oh, 411. You're looking at 411.
Yeah, so that actually coincides with what I have done.
Okay, let me look at that. I thought we were working on 390.
Yeah, I was working on 390, but there's another issue 411 which you worked
Yep,
on,
which I worked on. So,
and
well,
that's
I
where the confusion started.
I worked on 412, right? Or did I do?
Oh, wait a second. So
Yes, company person can search for job seekers. Um, yeah. Yeah, so I've got 411 in there ready to be reviewed. Do you Okay, so let me show you what that looks. So that's for a company person. And you think that, which story are you working on that might collide with that? For,
No, what I'm trying to say is that the code that we both have written is similar.
yeah, so I've written
It's
code
not
for,
the same issue, as per I understand.
right, so I wrote code for 411, and you think that code is similar to code you wrote for which story?
390,
390, okay.
390. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, so those are different, but
yeah, the
I mean,
issues are different.
the issues are definitely different. So, um, so on
I want to
390,
clarify with what 411 solves, and yeah, go on. I'm sorry.
well, let me show you 411, okay? Let me show you what it looks like
Okay.
at the view level. Um, so 411 says company person can search for job seekers. That's pretty generic. So I see why it's kind of confusing. Okay. Yeah. So let's look at that. Show my screen. Yeah. I'm going to show you actually 411 and 412. So let me do that.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Just restart my. So this is for company person. So I am going to log in. Let me hide this thing. Log in as a company person.
Okay.
And company contact. So I look at the jobs here, and so I look at, let's say, this job. So 411 has to do with the ability of a company person to say, I'd like to match this job against available job seekers, not just the ones who've applied, or not necessarily just look at those, but I want to see if there's any other job seekers out there that would be a good match for this
Mm-hmm.
job. And so this little link here is to allow that. That's the control available to the company person, and they look at a job view.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not a company person, I don't see
Okay.
this. So when I click on this, what it does is it talks to the cruncher and it sends the ID of this job and says find
Okay.
available match against resumes and return me a list of matching resumes,
Mm-hmm.
resume IDs that match the job at a certain level on up. So if
So
I
I have a
click on,
question before we move on.
yeah,
Uh, so is this going to compare the resumes of the people who have applied for this job?
no, actually, okay. So let me go back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back home, and I need to find a job that, based upon the test data that we're getting back from the test version of Cruncher, I want to have
Mm-hmm.
something that has information in it. So let me see. Let's see, where are we? I'm going to find job one here. Oh, there we go. So I chose this job because the sandbox version of the Cruncher will actually return results for this job ID.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is to take this job description and match against all job seekers, excuse me, all resumes
Oh,
on the Cruncher side.
mm-hmm.
And I should filter out the
Mm-hmm.
results to make sure that the resumes are associated with active job seekers, but I don't. That could be later. So basically, if any of those job seekers are available, are part of the applicants for this, they'll be there. If they're not, if none of these guys match well, then they won't show up. It has nothing to do with the people who've already applied for the job.
Okay.
It is match
And
job
the thing
seekers
is,
by itself.
why should we even compare with every job seeker in the database? I don't get it.
Because we want to find out if there's any job seekers who are a good match for the job. And so what happens is this. So let me
No, the
click on.
point is that if someone, okay, okay,
Go
go on.
ahead. Go ahead.
So I was trying to tell you that if someone is really interested in this job and feels he's qualified, he'll probably apply, right? So I'm not sure what we are going to gain from finding the people who are good matches,
Well,
even if
let's.
they're not applied. So I don't know what the next step is. Say we find someone who is a good match, but he hasn't applied. What is the company person going to do about it?
Yeah. So I'll get to that in a second. So, but you're right. In a perfect
Okay.
world, the job seekers would review jobs as they become available and say, "Oh yeah, I'm a good match for this," and apply. But they don't. They forget. They don't come to the site that often enough, or whatever. So this is something that we thought would make sense to put in there. Let's say, go ahead. So let me
Okay.
do this. So now I'm going to click on this, and because we're going to talk to the cruncher, it may take a while. I don't know how long it's going to take. So we always ask the user to confirm whenever we're going to talk to the cruncher, just to
Mhm.
confirm that they know it may take a bit. So click OK, and then we come back with this. So what am I seeing
Oh,
here?
okay.
I'm seeing resumes, or excuse me. So I convert the resumes returned by the cruncher into the actual job seekers, and we sort
Mhm.
by match rating on their resume against the job. And on this
Okay.
side, if so, let me click on this, or let me just do this hover help. So if any of those matching people have actually applied to this job, I show them in the name
Mhm.
column. If we have,
Oh, okay.
and see this first one is some job seeker who has not applied to the job. Now, why don't we show the name of the
Mhm.
job seeker so the company person could reach out and talk to the job seeker or email them? Because the client wants us not to do that. They want the job developer to basically broker
Oh, okay.
between the company and the
So the
job
point
seeker.
of contact, okay.
Yeah.
So the point of contact is the job developer and
The,
not the seeker,
yeah. So
right?
we got a broker in the middle, the job developer. Now, if they've already applied, then they can click and they can look at the job seeker. They can also click on this link, the job developer name. By the way, let me hover over that. Clicking on name,
So oh,
click on
I
name.
have a suggestion. I'm not sure if it's
Yeah, go ahead.
so instead of just blanking it out, maybe we can show anonymous or name clipped or something like that.
Name clip,
So
you
that it's
said?
intuitive, right? So of
Yeah,
course,
something that makes it clear what's going on there. Yeah, so
yeah.
that was the intent of the hover help here. But
Oh,
that may not be
oh,
clear.
okay. But not many people will get it, use it, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
it was just my suggestion.
Well,
Okay,
that's
so
something.
please go ahead.
Yeah. So the client will probably say when he first starts using this, "Hey, why don't you tell me what's going on with this?" if you don't want to show the name.
Yeah,
So anyway, if they've already
yeah.
applied,
It's
then mhm, go ahead.
okay. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah. So if they've already applied, the name is
No, but
visible to the company person, and
mhm.
so here, this link to the job developer is simply to send an email. Let me show you what that looks like. So I pop up this thing to the job developer
Oh,
saying,
okay.
this is in regards to this job application. The applicant
Oh,
that I'm
okay.
looking at is this guy. And then the company person would say, I would like to talk to you about this seeker, or whatever they want to say, right? Call
Oh,
me
okay.
at,
Makes sense.
yeah, exactly. That nonsense, right? So that's the intent. So,
Yeah, I get it.
maybe they've looked at the jobs, maybe they've sent email to the job seeker with no reply, and so they're trying to get the job developer involved here. Now, if
Mhm.
the person has not applied, but the person does have a job developer, if they don't have a job developer, the name doesn't appear here, obviously. But if they do,
Mhm.
then the company person can click on the name, and here it's different. We're just going to say, you want to notify the job developer of your interest in this job seeker. That's all we're going to ask. And so I click OK. And um,
Oh,
actually, let me I'm gonna log in here as job developer. So here, I'm Jane. I'm the job developer for this particular person, I think. Yeah, I am, because there's the name. There's my name. So
Yeah.
when I do this, a bunch of stuff happens. So I click
So
OK.
the job developer gets a notification to
So
push
I
your right. Okay.
notify job developer, and here I get a notification. And each of these, I've got 3. I can click on these links and look at the company person. I'm the job developer now. I can look at the job seeker and I look at the job. So that's available to me. I also get an email with basically the same information. And the other thing that happens, let me bring up a third. Let's see. Oh, not that one. I didn't want that one. Hold on here, just so you get a better idea of what's going on there. I'm going to go to, let's go to another page.
I'm sorry.
So that's okay. Where's agency admin? Okay. So what happened is that a job, so I've been testing this, so we got a lot of them here, but this was from today, which we just did right now.
Okay.
We had a task that for the agency admin to look at that says there's a company interested in a job seeker. The job seeker is this guy, the job is that, the company is that, and they need to assign this to a job developer in the organization. Now, why don't we just assign it directly to Jane, who's the job developer? Well, Jane might be on vacation. She may have left the agency, is no longer present, etc. So it's up to the agency admin to figure out who to assign it to, and the way they figure that out now, they click on the particular job seeker, and they can see, oh yeah, there's the job developer. Jane's still here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign this directly to Jane. By the way, since Jane's there, she's already got notified through a pop-up in her browser as well as email. But anyway, just to make sure she also has a task. Now I assign a task to her, task assigned. Now I'm Jane and I go back. You can see your open tasks, your closed tasks. When I go back to, let me see. So now when I refresh, there's this task that's just been assigned to me, which I knew about anyway because I saw the email and the pop-up, and I've got to basically try to connect up these people, that person to that company.
Yeah,
So
I get the idea of it. Patrick?
Yeah.
Can you hear
So
me?
the thing that's missing that I don't like is that Jane doesn't know, she may not know who the particular company person was that indicated interest in this person. The problem is that tasks can only have 3 associated entities right now. There's not a 4th. I've got a request in there to add at least one more associated entity so I can put the company person who requested the contact in here. So anyway, that's what's happening. So it's quite different than the one you're working on.
Yeah, it is different. But when I was trying to submit a PR, I got, when I tried to push my code, I got a hell lot of conflicts because of the naming conventions that we both chose. So let me show what I have done.
Yep.
Okay, so.
Of course, my PR hasn't been, the 411 hasn't been merged yet. I don't think. Once it got merged.
I think it's merged.
Is it?
Yeah, it is merged.
It is merged?
So when I was trying to rebase
that's
to
right,
the latest version, I got a lot of conflicts. So let me try to show you what.
So your story, I mean, my story is all about the company person going in and initiating contact. Your story is about the job developer, viewing a job.
Job developer.
Yeah. Can you show me what yours looks like, by the way? It might be better, easier for me to understand what you're saying if I see the visuals.
Yeah, do you see my screen?
I do, yep.
Okay, fine. So let me log in as the job developer. So I'm preferring to log in as Shay because I get 2 job seekers assigned to Chet and it's easy.
Yep, no,
Uh,
got it.
so, so when I'm in the job view, I made some slight changes to the UI.
Oh, yeah, that looks better actually. I like the buttons rather than the links also. Also, just so you know, as an aside, Laura has done a little bit of UX review for us and came up with some wireframes.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Okay,
so we're going to review those at 12:30. What's 3 hours from now? You and I. If you're around, you can join.
I think I'll be around. I'll join you guys.
Okay, I'll send you an invite. Let me see. Do I have your? Just DM me your email if you would in Slack,
Sure.
and then I'll remember to send you an invite for that. Be great if you could join.
Sure. I'll be around. Okay,
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm in the job view and I have a button which says match job seekers.
Yep.
So this opens up a model.
You can choose
So
multiple.
here I get to, yeah,
Are
so I
you?
can,
Yeah, no, I got you. So these are. Wait a second. Match job seekers against job. You're not showing me job seekers there. You're showing me job developers.
no, I'm going to match the job against the job seekers assigned
Oh
to
yeah,
this
yeah.
job developer.
Okay, so
So
can you use select to so the user doesn't have to do that command control key business for multiple?
I'm sorry, can you repeat? I couldn't understand.
Can you use select to the JavaScript library select
Yeah,
to?
I'm using selective, but instead of when let me show you what.
You
So
should.
if I choose Tom Seeker,
Yeah.
it closes the drop down, right? So I
Yeah.
have to again click on, focus on it, and then choose this. Or am I missing something?
No, that's it. So that's how it works. I would say you don't want to tell the user to use multiple. You know, use the control
Oh,
command key.
okay.
I mean, just they click again and they'll get used to that.
Okay, fine. So let me
So
remove.
that's
Okay,
really
so
cumbersome for a user. In fact, I don't even know does that work. Does that work in select to control key or
yeah, it
command
does.
key?
Yeah.
No, I mean if you
So
can you select. Oh, I see what you did. Great. Well, you know that's a little trick they could use if they want as well. But
okay, let me
and
remove it.
this button
I
this
thought,
button is only available if I'm a job developer. Is that right?
yeah, it only shows up if you're a job developer. And once I run this match, I should be probably showing them a model which asks for confirmation. But so this is what I
Yeah,
came up
you do
with.
want to.
So this is,
Sorry, you do want to show them a model because I don't know how long it's going to take to talk to the cruncher and the cruncher returns. So every time we do that, we should.
yeah, yeah, I'll add it. This view shows the score of the job seeker against the job.
Yeah, that's nice. Why
It's
is the
matched.
score
And
empty?
the thing is that I have no idea. I thought it was something to do with the cruncher, and I didn't even worry about it. Because
Um,
let me show you
okay,
my
so you need
code.
to go. You need to use job ID. The only one that we have that's going to return from the sandbox version. Are you using the sandbox version of the cruncher?
Yeah, I am.
So you're using the 99999 version of the cruncher?
Yeah, yeah, I'm using the
Okay,
sandbox
cool.
version.
So the only job that it's going to return matches for will be job ID 1.
Job ID
Um,
one. I'm not sure what
and
job it
job
is.
ID
So let me.
1 is, what is it? We were just looking at it on my screen, right?
Oh, do you have it?
It is Legacy Interactions Assistant. Whatever the hell that is.
Legacy. Let me search. Oh, it's not in the first page, I guess.
This particular jobs view has to be totally
Is
redone. It's a mess. It's useless for the user, I think.
yeah, legacy. Can you repeat the
Legacy
which
Interaction, you got to go to
name?
the next page, I think. Legacy Interactions Assistant. So you probably go to the next page.
Damn, I think I got it. Legacy interaction.
Legacy Interaction. Let me check on my side again. What was that guy?
Oh, I don't find it.
Legacy Interactions Assistant is what I've got. If you're using the same seed files, well, you know, it's all random. Never
Oh,
mind. So
okay.
you're
So
just going
let
to
me
have to
find
go in
what the.
Rails console and find job 1, see the title, Yeah.
Yeah, it's district group planner.
District group
So
planner. Yeah, sorry.
for
It's not seated.
matching.
It is seated, but it's all random, right?
Yeah, I didn't know about that actually.
It makes it difficult.
Okay. So
District.
district group planner. Okay, fine. So okay, so
One star. Okay.
and I have blurred out a bit for the job seekers who don't have a resume. I'm not sure if we need to display this. So do you see it?
Yeah, yeah. No,
It is blurred.
I think it's probably a good idea because it's a reminder to the job developer to nag that job seeker to post the resume.
Okay, and I wanted to ask you if I should make the names links. And the other thing is that I'm not sorting the job seekers based on the score right now because the way I'm handling this is it's quite hacky. I'm not sure if it's the right way to do it. So
Mhm.
do you see my atom editor?
Yes, I do.
Okay, fine. So let me show you one more thing before showing this. So if I don't choose any job seekers and then try to run this match, so it will show up this alert.
Yeah, good. I like that.
So I can use the map method to convert the job IDs from strings to integers. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
and for each job seeker ID, I'm contacting the cruncher and then fetching the result.
For each,
Okay, so
for each.
so if for each
Okay.
job seeker ID,
Hmm.
so if the job seeker has a resume, I'm going to make calls to the cruncher.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Otherwise, I'm just going to make.
Got it. That's the. Yeah, I mean, the other way to do that is just use here's a job ID, return all the matches, and then go through the matches and see if any of those matches are the job seeker selected by the user. But I think your approach is probably more efficient because they're going to select one or two or three. So for each one, we match that resume to the job. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if the job seeker has a resume, it will make the call. Otherwise, I'm just making up a hash.
Yeah.
So so with the help of this message key, I'm figuring out whether the job seeker has a resume or not. And to display the name, I'm updating the hash with the job seeker's name. So this is what I came up with. So with this, I'm not able to sort it based on the score because if the job seeker doesn't have a resume, there's no key called score. And I'm not sure if I can make them zero. I can do it, but I'm not sure if it is the right way.
Hmm.
Do you understand how to show the
Yeah, yeah, no. Um,
um, let me find find the here. Yeah. So I'm having a condition based on the return hash. If it has a key called message,
hmm.
it means that the job seeker doesn't have a resume. So I just add a class dynamically. So this is what I came up with, and so I'm not able to figure out how to do the sorting thing.
So let's go back to where you're building that result array.
Okay, so
So, so where do we actually put the job seeker's name in results here?
it's on line 235.
225. Which one? Which line? Sorry.
It's do you see it highlighted?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Um, Patrick.
Yeah, yeah. No. I'm looking at it.
Okay, fine. So one thing I can do is I can add a score key. So I can do something like this and sort it based on the scores. We're using the sort by method or something like that, and add a logic in the view. So I show the result only if it is greater than 0. You know, I could do that. It's one possibility. Do you get me?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Okay. So the result that you're getting, oh boy. Okay.
So it's yeah. So I have this message. Yeah. So I have the score key only if the job seeker has a resume. So only then I'll make the call.
Yeah. And where is this? Resume cruncher, right, okay. And score is in what format? Match score.
So
It just gives you a float.
float number, yeah,
Just
floating point.
So in your result collection,
Yeah.
why don't you what is result? What format is this? This is an array?
Yeah, it is. So I'm initializing it.
Well, you got match
Right here.
results. I'm just looking at result. So result on line 230 for this particular person is going to be a number. It's going to be a float, right?
No, result is going to be Ruby hash.
Is that what's being returned by match resume and job?
I'm sorry. So this result here is going to return me a hash with the key score and message if it has a error message. So I then update the Ruby hash with the job seeker name.
No, I got that. So resume cruncher, match resume and job, what does it return? What is the value that it returns?
So it returns a hash. So if it is
Okay.
a successful call, I get this Ruby hash. Sorry. So I get status and score.
Yeah.
So if some error occurred, I get a key called message. So this is what I'm using. So the logic is based on the key message.
Yeah. Okay. So status, success or error, message, and then
And
this.
there's one more thing.
Score.
If the job seeker doesn't have a resume, I'm making up a Ruby hash with just the message key.
Right. Okay. So what I would do is I'd probably have result be a collection of hashes, the key of which is the seeker's name. No, maybe that's not right. No, never mind. Okay. So we've got what? Oops, you stopped. Oops, you dropped. Name score. Oh, you're back.
Patrick?
Yes. Let me look at.
Hello?
Yeah, no, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can hear
I'm
you. Can
sorry,
you hear me?
the connection. Yeah, I hear you,
You
but
cannot hear
it's
me? You cannot hear me.
The voice cuts off. So
No voice.
if
Okay.
if some error occurred, I'll be showing a row with a opacity 0.5. So it will show the error message. It can either be uh, an error
Right. So it's got status and score. Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't hear what you're saying. So it's the voice
You can't hear
drops
me?
off.
You can't hear me? Okay. Status and score. Let's see. So you can't hear me now? Still can't hear me? We need a name. Score. Message. Sort by. No. Okay, shit. Hi, Arun.
Yeah. Hi, Patrick.
Okay. Yeah. So the cruncher may return. I don't know how it's going to behave, but it may return all resumes in. Yeah. No. You're doing a job by resume by resume, right? So what is your problem here? That you're having trouble sorting it, or what is the primary problem, Arun? Can you talk? Arun? Hello?
Uh, Patrick, can
I
you hear
can
me?
hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you too, but the voice breaks at
I see.
intervals,
Okay.
so I don't hear you clearly.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's I want to ask you if I did the right thing, and I'm getting a lot of merge conflicts, as I told you earlier.
Yes. Uh, right.
So I need some help with naming. So
Um, so if yeah.
Can you talk?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you say something?
Yes, I'm talking right now. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I hear you.
Oh, good, good, good. Do you want to share your screen, maybe, and look at the merge conflicts?
Sorry.
Have to type somewhere?
Yeah, so we have both chose the same name, action, match job seekers, and so that's the main issue. So I need some help with naming. So what should I name it?
So for me, where do I have match job seekers?
Wait a second, let me pop a link. So
So def match job seekers, jobs controller. Let's see. Yeah, okay, let me look at that. Look at that. I'm seeing it now. Okay. So this is my PR. Now, where are you encountering merge conflicts?
let me try to
So you sent me to
show you. Just a
my
minute.
PR.
So when I try to rebase to the latest version,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I let me show you.
Yep.
So development. Yeah. So
I can't see your screen yet.
conflict in the routes. So it's because we both have this match job seekers.
I can't see your screen.
Can you see my screen now? Oh, I
No.
didn't share my screen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't share my screen at all.
No problem.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah. So we both have the same route defined.
So you're okay. Get match job seekers. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Make. Yep.
And then the jobs controllers. So since we both chose the same name, it's kind of messed up, you know.
Yeah.
But, and the other conflicts occur in the views. So we have
So
the same partial defined. This is the other one.
yep. Yep.
A bunch of conflicts.
So can you see my my chat questions?
No, let me see. No, I haven't done it actually. So I haven't authorized. So,
Okay.
shouldn't that be part of jobs controller?
Uh,
Yeah,
Not
I
sure,
think
but
you're right.
thinking about auth will help with controller decision is auth logic. Job developer. Job resumes.
Patrick?
Yes.
So show that, yeah. So I just have this in the view. I haven't uh, taken care of the auth logic in the controller yet.
Right.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So this is what we have. Yeah. So I'm just using this condition to make sure that it only gets displayed to the job developer. It's Patrick.
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
So I'm not really sure. Yeah, I hear you. So I'm not really sure whether it fits into the jobs controller after your question. So I'm a bit confused about it actually.
Well, I think thinking about the authorization logic helps us figure out what controller it should go into.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, so from my point of view, the logic is that the user has to equal a job developer, and the job is for a company that is associated with the job developer's agency.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you hear me okay?
I hear you. Please go ahead.
So
Patrick.
so can you hear me now? Continue.
Yeah, I'm just reading the messages. Just give me a minute. So yeah, it is right. So the condition is the pets user should be a job developer,
Yeah, yeah,
and the job is associated with the company. Yeah, it's right. I think it's right.
yeah. The job controller is good. So what do we name this thing? Match job seekers match. Let's see. Thinking. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have an idea either.
So,
So
so for my story, since it is matching,
yeah, you're right.
What do you think of something like that?
Yeah, it makes sense. And I have a question. I'm not clear about something.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at the code, this the match job seekers form is only shown if the user is a job developer
Hmm.
of the agency. So it has the logic here in the view. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how to introduce auth logic in the action. So do we even need it? I don't get it clearly.
Well, I think we should authorize anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
I
even
agree.
even though
So
even though the view logic doesn't allow for the control to be present, but if somebody
mhm.
tries to write a URL that
Yeah,
invokes a
I get
match,
it.
yeah. I mean, it's
So we
not all
should have.
that super secure, but it's good, just good practice.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So I should be adding the same auth logic here, right?
Yeah, you're going to need to
Okay.
authorize the action. So match JD job seekers,
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. So,
right? So let's think
I don't
right
have any
now.
other.
Well, right now we limit the job seekers that we're going to match to job seekers for whom the job developer is assigned,
Yeah,
right? In the future, and the story was originally written to allow a job seeker to match that job against any, excuse me, a job developer to match the job against any job seekers, not just the
any job
one.
seeker.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I don't know if that we'd ever want to do that in the future. I think limiting hmm, limiting the selection of job seekers to those associated with the job developer is probably a good first step.
I
I don't
think
know if
that
we ever, yeah, I don't know if we ever want to expand that to allow them to select any job seeker, regardless of a lack of relationship with the job seeker, and do that.
I don't think we need it. I'm not sure about it, but anyway,
Yeah. So
can we
right
go with
now,
this?
what's that?
So can we go with match JD job seekers for now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know if you can. I don't know if you can reuse any of the views that I have for 411. Um,
No, I can't.
you cannot because of the. Yeah, you're doing something unique there. I like your view in terms of your
Oh,
UI.
yeah.
In terms of your UI changes, you've got a back button there and things like
Yeah.
that. So, so you're introducing something that maybe what we want to do is do uniformly, do everywhere, or not do anywhere. do
Yeah, I
let
get
this
you. So it's to be consistent. Yeah.
that back button that you have, is that, was there already a back link or go back link on that view?
Yeah, we had it, but the text was not obvious. So I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact text, but I think it read all jobs or something like that.
Yeah, which was actually that was not good because
I just
it said
yeah, I
go
just
back to
renamed it.
mhm. It had said go back to jobs, but the fact is you could get to that view from another place. And so rather than going back, it puts you on the jobs page, which we didn't want. So we do really literally want to go back, not to a specific destination. So that's
Yeah,
good. Um, hmm.
and I agree with your point. So I made some changes to the buttons and things. So it's not consistent with the other views, as you said. So, for example, if a company person views the job show page, it might look a bit different. And I was even thinking about changing the view of the apply button. So we
Yeah.
have it at the bottom. but
Yeah.
it's a bit of it's a bit complicated. I'm not sure how to do it anyway, so I just left it. So I think we talked about this. You asked me to move it to the top,
Well, you were thinking about
but
moving to the
I see
top.
we have
Yeah.
yeah, but we have a bit of logic in the show page, so which is complicated, and I'm not sure if how I'm supposed to do it. So I didn't do it anyway. I just created 3 buttons instead of having links. So that's the only change I made.
Yeah, go. That makes sense. And you don't want to do it for the story anyway. Um,
Yeah.
so what I'm thinking of is if you could take a screenshot or two to capture your proposed UI changes, um, and if we could use that today, if you're going to be available 2.5 hours now, when we can review the wireframes that Laura created, we
Sure,
can
I'll be
also
around.
we can also show
I'm
her
free.
those and see what she thinks about those.
Okay.
It's not critical, and
Sure.
I think you could deliver your PR with your UI changes, but I'd like her to see those and comment on them, because if we like
Yeah, I
that,
get it.
especially the back button, we have, I don't know, if we don't have a backlink in a lot of places, but if we do, it all ought to look the same. Um, and your buttons for the view can stand alone. We don't need to replicate that in other views, but it certainly looks better than those little links that we had that nobody can see.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah, I
mostly
agree.
the more uniform one is your back button. We do that in other views, and I think what you have is a lot better than what we had, and maybe want to adopt. To be honest, I've thought about whether we want breadcrumbs or back buttons everywhere, or if we just want to have the user use the back arrow on their browser or not. And so that would be a good discussion to have with Laura.
Yeah. Okay. Looking forward to it. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Well, great.
So let me complete this, and I might need some help with testing this. So I might send you. We'll talk through message, So let me get this done and then write some tests.
Okay. Excellent. Great. Good progress. Oops.
I'm too lazy.
Sorry about the collisions, but they're very
No
similar
problem.
stories. You're
So
right. I'm not surprised we collided on that.
okay, so let me get it done and I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay, great. Hopefully we'll see you
So
in
we'll talk in 2 hours. Yeah.
2.5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks, Arun.
So yeah, thank you actually for helping out.
Okay, great. Well, we'll talk again 2.5 hours then.
Sure.
Okay. Bye for now.
Yeah. Bye.